Welcome to Shrimpcinnati. I'm Josh the mayor, because this is my desk. Shrimpcinnati is 3 OPAE ULA aquariums connected by 2 custom aqua-bridges. I saw some aqua-bridges on the internets and I got really inspired. I thought it was cool, and this is what I came up with. Keep in mind, I am not an expert. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing it and learning as I go, and this is what I got. I first connected 2 tanks together. I just went to Home Depot and got some clear sheet glass, and I drew out a loose idea and I just started cutting. It was my first time cutting glass. I had never done it. I ended up with a lot of glass shards in my fingers. There's a little learning curve to it, but once you get it, it's fine. You figure it out, you can make it work. I kept cutting pieces, making stuff fit. It wasn't perfect. Sometimes I had to let the silicone do some of the work for me and fill in some of the cracks because things just weren't the way they should be. It started out really pretty with the silicone was nice and the edges were nice, but then it leaked. And so I redid it, I re-siliconed it, and then it leaked again. And so I siliconed the heck out of it, and now it doesn't leak. Altogether, it took about a week to get everything right. All in all, I love it. I love it. I mean, it's not perfect. There's a lot of weird angles. It's kind of uneven in places, but I like it. I love it. I love the idea. I love the shrimp swim back and forth. I think it's cool. When I added the first aqua-bridge, the shrimp really didn't like it. They were kind of hesitant to go up there. Maybe the pressure was different. I don't know. The substrate didn't have much food for them, so there was really no reason to go in there at all. But now I guess there's plenty of food. They like it. It's comfy. I got a 3rd tank. I set it up, let it cycle, got some nice algae in there. I had been thinking about this idea to connect all 3, and I didn't know exactly how to do it, but I figured I'd raise my computer up on a stand and go underneath my computer. So that's what I did. I drew up these plans. I got Canal Street Plastics to cut these pieces, and it works. Yeah, don't look at this too closely either, because this leaked twice on me. At first it was really nice, and I'm like, forget that. So I just globbed that junk on there, and now it doesn't leak. It's not the prettiest thing, but I mean, who's gonna see this? Like me and maybe 6 other people who watch this video, so whatever. This second aqua-bridge, the shrimp took to it immediately. I was expecting a long wait because of the first one, but man, they just went right in. Like 10 to 15 shrimp immediately went in, and they were exploring, checking it out. I was pretty happy about it. So now let me tell you about my shrimp. These are OPAE ULAs. I got about 7 OPAE ULAs in a glass ball. I think it's called an ecosphere, and these shrimp live inside, and they just live there self-contained. They eat the algae, they poop, the poop makes the algae. It's just like this cycle. And it was cool. It lasted 3 or 4 years, and then I was like, well, that's great. But I found out afterwards that if you take them out of that glass globe, they can live for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. So I got fascinated by these things. I got 30 more. I put them in a tank. They had babies. They probably had about 100, 150 before I added the second tank. Then I got 200 more shrimp for that tank. Then I got a 3rd tank and added 200 more for that. I got a shrimp guy. Like, I got a guy who gives me a good price. So I got a shrimp guy, and I got 400 total from him. And they've been having a lot of babies. I don't know. I'd guess there's probably 650 in there now total between the 3 tanks and the 2 aqua-bridges. So about 650 and climbing. There's some pregnant ones in there still. So this corner, I call it the nursery because for some reason all the babies love to float there. I don't know why. No idea, but they do. Here are some OPAE ULAs tickling a Malaysian trumpets now. I have probably 15 to 20 between the 3 tanks. They can overrun your tank. They can actually get crazy if there's too much food for them. I've been doing okay with them, but they can get out of control, but they have not yet so far. This guy's getting tickled. He loves it. Look at his face. He's loving it. Totally. We have fun here at Shrimpcinnati. We really have a good time. Look at this guy. We get some yellow. There's a few yellow ones in there. I don't know where that comes from, but there they are. One of the best part of these shrimp to me is once you get their tanks set up and cycled, there's no maintenance. You don't have to do anything. I mean, I'm the mayor of Shrimpcinnati, so of course I take care of them. But you don't really need to do anything. You can just leave them alone for years, and they'll be fine. You have to keep the water level right. It's brackish water, so you have to fill the water back up to the proper level every once in a while with some distilled water. But other than that, you don't do anything. You just leave these suckers alone and just watch them be awesome. Oh, look at this little baby Malaysian trumpets now. He's a little guy. Hey, friend. This here is my horned nearite. He is in the 3rd tank, and he doesn't move much between the tanks. The other 2, I have 3 nearite snails, and the other 2, they go back and forth between the 3 tanks pretty often. But this guy likes to stay here. I love these guys. I love watching them. I just imagine them going, look at them go. So sometimes shrimp go white or transparent because they get nervous or scared. But look, that's a bunch of bull. Shrimpcinnati is a great place. They love it here. Yeah, look at them all. A lot of them are transparent. I had a really bright light on them. Maybe that was making them a little uneasy. They're going to town though. Look at them go. So I love watching these little fellas swim. They calm me down. I get distracted. I just start looking at them and I don't know. I just like them. I like them. I'm a fan. I'll check out this little guy munching on some moss. Hey, happy fella. I always imagine they go nom 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 nom. I put some spirulina powder in there to get them all riled up so I could film them. Kind of cheated. So if you look at the bottom 1/3 of the screen, you'll see a shrimp with dark spots on its belly. Those are eggs. That's a pregnant shrimp. It's called being buried because it looks like there's berries on the shrimp. And this one is buried. There's about 10 eggs on there. I've tried to count. And that's about how many they have, give or take. Okay, look at the shrimp on the left. Remember, I'm no expert, but I think the dark spots in the body are eggs that are about to drop to the bottom of the body to be like the one we just last saw. So that's Shrimpcinnati. I hope you love it as much as I do. Take my ideas and do something cool with it. Do something better. Expand it and make it better and cooler, and do some crazy aqua-bridge junk and make me proud. Thanks for visiting Shrimpcinnati.